Kevin.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Hmm. So what's the issue? What's the deal with women in rankings? Why is this such a controversial subject?
I totally agree with how you rank women. I don't have an issue with it. I think, unfortunately, our generation is just oblivious to what is attractive to men and what actually works with them. And unfortunately, instead of just looking at it and growing from it, I think they try to find some type of rationale to make it right. And it's just, you guys are physically attracted to us, and we
Hmm.
look for different attraction in men. And so I personally don't see anything wrong with it. I think everybody has a standard, and I think beauty is beauty. So,
Well, what tomorrow night's show is going to be along these same lines. A lot of these responses I get from women show just how far many modern women are from really knowing and understanding men. That's what I'm getting. They really don't know and understand men. They think it's
I think a
that.
lot of women think that men think the way we do. And I can honestly say, from watching your videos and striving to be someone's wife, like, I realized where, not necessarily I was taught wrong, but where I wasn't taught the right way, I guess. My mom was a single parent, and so she
Mhm,
taught me what she thought was best. And
mhm.
she did well for herself. And so, yes, she's taught me those things, but my mom isn't married. And so when I realized I wanted to be married, I started looking at married people, how married women act, how my great grandmother and all of those people and how their marriages fared out. And I think that if we take a look, as women, if we take a look at how it used to be, that is the blueprint on keeping a long lasting marriage. And that is how you
Well,
keep.
even if you just listen to what men are saying, men in general, black men in particular, have been saying we want women who are fit, friendly, their own natural hair, and childless. In that, nobody's saying they want a model.
Right.
They're not saying they want a woman who is on the cover of a magazine. They just want a woman who's
Just stand in your
reasonable.
own beauty and your natural beauty.
Well, so, and when men hear women like the last woman who, no matter how you slice it, her weight wasn't an issue. I'm just like, it basically is like, fuck you, accept me how I am, because this is as good as you're gonna get, because I am not going to take, this is what a lot of women have been taught. Worry about what you think and don't consider what a man has to do. Doing anything for a man makes you a fool.
But that's wrong because you're trying to attract a man. You want a man to marry you. So you naturally need to do what attracts a man.
Well,
So,
you know that now. So that's why we're trying to have the conversation to get more women on board to realize that look, you can be what you want, but if you want a man, you're going to have to, just like a man, if he wants a woman, he's going to have to get his stuff together too. It goes both ways. Hello,
Hello.
how
Hi.
are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
29.
Okay, what's wrong with all this ranking stuff?
Um, to be honest, I never got the ranking thing. I think that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what you might find attractive, somebody else might not find attractive. And what I find attractive, another woman might not find
Okay,
attractive.
let me ask you a question then. Then why do we have beauty pageants?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Why do we have any kind of systems where women are put on the cover of something saying the most beautiful girl in the world?
Well,
Since it's all subjective.
I mean, to be honest, like when it comes to like people's most sexiest people in the world or like beauty pageants, like you were saying before, those were Eurocentric
No, that's
things.
not what I was saying. I think that's a bullshit argument.
Okay. But
Jet Magazine every week had a Jet Beauty of the Week.
Well, I didn't read Jet magazine. That was before
But
my.
but doesn't matter. You know it exists. See, what you're trying to basically say is that there are no standards, that everything goes, and
No,
that
I.
everybody's beautiful to somebody.
Everybody has their own standard.
Okay, but is there a universal standard?
No, because you're
Really?
not.
Really?
No,
Really? So,
I don't
okay.
standard.
See what I mean? This is what I mean. This is a woman who's 29 years old who's trying to said there's no universal standard of beauty. So anybody can win Miss America.
Anybody can win
Right.
if they try hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right. Right. So Gabrielle Sidibe or Tess Holiday, 300-pound woman, could go up and win Miss America. I'm giving you a heavy black woman, heavy white woman. Either one of them can win Miss America.
they could. It's many beautiful big women out there that have high valued men. I don't see what the problem is with a woman's weight of why she can't find an
I'll
attractive
tell you
man
what the
that.
problem. Where's your husband?
I don't have a husband.
Where's your boyfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend.
When's the last time you had a relationship?
Last year,
But you do have a kid.
yes.
You cannot make this shit up.
So because
My-
I have that I'm not beautiful.
No. The fact that I'm making the point is typically before we have kids, we have relationships, marriages. But because we're so far out of order, women are getting the benefit of sex, reproduction, and everything else without even understanding who men are or what we want. What you're saying goes directly in opposition to what all the men have said. You are wrong according to what the men say they want. Now, if the men say they want something and you think it's opposite, who's right?
Again, I think it goes off of like what each person is looking
Who
for.
matters? If the men are picking the women, who matters more in that situation? What women think or what men think?
Well, in my opinion, men and women pick each other.
It's not what happens, man.
But your point,
But I know I just gave, see, this is how women try to slip through. When you ask a question, they try to reframe it in a way they can be right. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Can you answer the question the way I framed it? If men are picking women, whose opinion matters? What men want or what women think?
well, when your point in case, what men want.
If you're buying a car, does it matter what the seller wants or what the buyer wants?
What the buyer wants.
Then if men are buying women for relationships, it matters what the buyer, men, want. See, you understand it in a consumer sense, but in a relationship sense, it just seems to escape your mind. That's the same logic, ma'am. Buyer and seller are men and women. So if you're a woman and you want to have a man buy you, you better do what? Care about what the buyer wants?
Yes.
The buyer wants fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless.
Okay.
That's what they tend to want. Men also think that certain women look better than others, but a big part of it has to do with your fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you were born with the face you're born with.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't think that there's a change, if you think it's always subjective and everybody's beautiful, do you ever wear makeup?
Yes, I do.
Why do you need that if you look good no matter what?
Well, everybody can always use some improvement.
Oh, no. You look good no matter what.
But that's not what I said. I said that beauty was in the eye of the beholder.
So that means you can be more beautiful.
Yes, I didn't.
And you can also be less beautiful.
Yes, you can. Like if you decide.
So there are some women who are less beautiful. There's no. Stick with me on logic. We're making progress. Just like you could be more beautiful with makeup enhancements, you could be less beautiful, right?
Yes.
That means that there is the scale. That means that it's not subjective and there's a universal standard. Women don't put makeup on to look less beautiful.
This is true.
So you agree with me that there's a standard. If you didn't, you wouldn't use makeup.
You're right. You have a point. I just don't know what that standard is. I wear makeup.
Well, you know how to figure it out. You want me to tell you how to figure out the standard is?
Ask the man I'm interested
You
in.
listen to the men. Ask the men, because we're the buyers, not you. We're the buyers, not you. You listen to what the men want.
Thank
See,
you.
I knew we could get there sooner or later. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's pretty easy to do, man. You see what I mean right there? That it shouldn't be that complicated to get women to understand that you gotta care about what men think. But it's like, I got a kid, I ain't got no man, and I got my own opinions. Ladies, I'm not doing this to hurt you, but y'all better get y'all's mind in the game about what men want. What do you have to say about the person we just spoke to? Because Jesus, be nice though. Go ahead. Can you hear me still? I don't know if she can still hear me. Carmen, I don't know if you can still hear me, so you got to come back. See, this whole what's beautiful to one person ain't beautiful to another person is bullshit. There are rankings. There are steakhouses. There's the buffet steakhouse. There's Western Sizzling and all that stuff. Then there's Outback. And then there's steps up the net. And then there's, like where I went to dinner tonight, Chops. Or there are rankings of a restaurant: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. Same thing with hotels: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. You want to stay in a 4 star hotel, you better be breaking out about $750 a night, $1,000. But if you want a moderate stay, $89 to $200 a night, Holiday Inn is your friend. All of them have rooms and beds. See, that's why women make the mistake thinking because you all come with the same standard parts, that it's all on the same vehicle. No, it matters to men. This is why I say that men will get it confused, ladies. Ladies will get it confused because they think because they can have a baby with a man that means we're all good. No. But we got to make progress, and this is how we do it: one conversation at a time, breaking down the illogical. Because it's just about logic. If there's a ranking order for men, and see, women have no problem ranking men on income and shit like that.
Oh, is this me? Turn my light on.
Okay, you can't not have the light on and do that. When I click you, you got to have like Anna the stylist. Click request back in here and turn the light on, please. See, men know that there's a ranking. Men know that there's a ranking. We know that there's a ranking. If not, if men could have the caliber, quantity, and frequency of access to the kind of women they wanted by working minimum wage jobs, living in a hut, eating bologna sandwiches, that's the level of human advancement. We do all this because women like it. So we can knock this stuff off like we just don't get it. Now the question is, ladies, what you gonna do about it? My premise is that women's response to me shows just how far they are from really knowing and understanding men. That's tomorrow night's show. That just shows how far so many women are from knowing and understanding men. To think that I can look any kind of way and that we're all tens just because we have self-esteem.
Yeah, we all are born with the faces that we are having right now. And it's either we accept it and try to, embrace it and maybe do certain things that will polish our attitude to make people want to be with us. Because like it or not, hey, if you are ugly, you're ugly. And let's talk about this beauty conversation and agree and disagree kind of conversation when it comes to our women, black women to be specific, because they are the people that kind of have problems with these kind of standards, right? I've never seen a beautiful lady talking about she has a problem with rankings or beauty kind of conversation or something like that. Beautiful women never have conversation with, never have problem with that. When you see a woman that is talking about, oh, those things shouldn't matter and everything goes, that lady, just look at her very well. Is she really that beautiful? Let's be honest. Not trying to be insulting towards this lady. I'm not saying, I'm not going to make judgment whether or not she's beautiful or whatever. We all seeing what we're seeing on this screen right now. I'm not going to say she's beautiful or not. But what I do know is women that are beautiful don't tend to have problems with these ranking things and how men tend to view women, whether or not this one is beautiful, this one is an 8, this one is a 10, this one is a 9. Beautiful women never have problems with those things. It's just those ones that, those are the ones that kind of always have problems with men ranking women and all that. And example is what we're looking at on the screen right now. I'm not saying she's not beautiful. I'm just saying women that are beautiful, rich men never have problem with men talking about money, right? Men that tend to have problems with, women ranking men based of money, mostly tend to be men that don't tend to be in the higher level when it comes to income. And that's not an insult. That's just how the world works. That's how people tend to kind of, if I'm not in it, then it shouldn't matter. That's how people tend to behave. And which is almost seems to be normal nowadays. Which it's not normal, but that's almost something that is expected in almost everything, especially talking about we being black people, right? And I kind of understand where the lady is coming from. I understand. She is saying everything goes and beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. And the reason why she's saying that is that when you see, like, let's say this type of a lady, she understands that there is a man that is willing to take her on, right? And there is a man that is in her DM simping hard for her. She understands that. And that man don't tend to be men that tend to earn in the higher level when it comes to money. So she kind of see it as, okay, if this lady, if this guy is seeing me as someone that he can mate with or he wants me, means I am the beautiful lady that this guy can see. No, he understands that there are women that are beautiful than you, but you are the one he can get. That does not mean that you are the one that is beautiful in his eyes. No. Just you purchase what you can, what you can afford, not what you feel is good for you or what you feel is just the best for you. You purchase what you can afford. The money in your pocket, you assess yourself, okay, I can buy a Lambo, then you get into the dealership and try to purchase a Lambo. I think almost everyone wants a Mercedes or a BMW, but not everyone can afford it. That does not mean that they don't know that BM is, more luxurious than a Honda or a Camry or something like that. Now, in their head, if a broke man is chasing her, means she's the most beautiful woman in the eyes of that brokey. No, that's not true. He just can afford you. Guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe, and catch you in the next one. I'm out and peace.